The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Hall of Famer Clark Kellogg. Also, Greg Anthony, and from the sideline, Allie LaForge. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Down on the block, we'll see McDaniels and Gobert. Dosunmu and Edwards are your wingmen. And it's Ball in at the point. For the Wizards, in the post, the lengthy pair of Davis and Shaw. Koulibaly is out there with Young. And it's Debonsa in at the three. Greg, a lot of the pregame talk has been about the guard matchup tonight.
And for good reason, Kevin. The backcourts are the engines of these teams. We're going to see smart, high-paced offense throughout this game.
Now here's Edwards. Ball kicks to Gobert. Beyond the arc. And Sarr pulls it down. Outside, Davis. Sarr in the post. Defended by Gobert.
That's exactly what Rudy brings to your team on the defensive end.
Ball finds Edwards. Timberwolves passing it around. And the basket is good.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
On the wing, Davis. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, you got to put a body on Davis when he goes up in the air, because if you don't, it's too late.
There's Ball with the three. And Sarr pulls it down. For Washington, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Clark, you were telling me your favorite part of LaMelo Ball's game is his passing.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, his vision and the way he sets teammates up is not only making the pass. One, you got to see it. Two, you've got to be able to get it there. But you got to get it there at the right pace and in the right place. And that's what LaMelo does so well. Ball is a volume three-point shooter. His confidence pulling the trigger is a big part of his weaponry. And he isn't afraid to let it fly, that's for sure.
Now, here is Young. Off with the layup.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of work.
Pass to Koulibaly. Here's Debonsa. And the three ball is good.
I love the rise and fire approach from Debonsa. Shots like this really help him get a rhythm.
For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Now here's Edwards. He's covered closely. That one drops for him.
That's all weight room right there. Edwards powers through the contact with the hoop and the arm.
With Anthony Edwards, GA, you can't forget he's got potentially 8 to 10 years left in his prime.
I mean, at 21, he made his first All-Star game. At 22, it was all NBA. So from a young age, he's had major accomplishments.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
Bounce pass, Young. Here's Davis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Jaden McDaniels. I know old school fans, GA, love the things Anthony Davis can do in the post, right?
I mean, he can back you down, spin off the block. It's really a joy to watch him go to work on the defense, using that size to get what he wants down low.
Shoot 2.
And the first one drops.
In many ways, Anthony Davis is the epitome of a two-way threat. He can be just dominating on both sides of the ball with his physicality.
And both free throws good for Davis. Well, Greg, we know the Wolves made the conference finals in 24 and 25. So a step backwards last season in some people's view.
Well, health was a major factor. They lost of DiVincenzo with the Achilles. Edwards hyperextending his knee. They did about as well as they could under those circumstances.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Illegal screens aren't called all the time, but when it's that obvious, you got to blow the whistle.
Sometimes guys can get away with it, but the officials were on their toes there.
Timberwolves leading by 3. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Earlier I spoke with Brian Keefe, and he was quick to discuss Rudy Gobert and the problems that he poses with his defense. He told me, quote, look, any team that's facing Rudy has to be prepared for his presence in the paint. You can't pretend he's not there. He's one of the best rim protectors the league has ever seen. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Here's Young. Following the basket by LaMelo Ball. Shot's good from Young. Here is Edwards. He has 7. Pass the ball. Jacks up a 3. Edwards can't hit. Wizards trail by 3. Down low. Gobert with the block.
This is what Gobert is known for, his ability to swat shots away with ease.
The Wizards have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Young, good.
I like the fact he had his head up immediately looking to make the dish down the floor. Get rid of it quickly.
Ball, the pass to McDaniels. Here's Edwards. And it's DeBonsa with the rebound. For Washington, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. So they take the lead. Davis has got 6.
And I'll tell you what, AD is able to brush off those defenders with ease because of how strong he is. That's what they call weight room.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
It's time to get excited, everyone. DC Fairland, here's the hype squad. Make some noise.
Checked in for Saar. George comes in for DeBonsa. Johnson, he's checked in for Koulibaly. And Carlton Carrington subbed in for Young. Here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Shannon. A minute 20 left in the first quarter of the game. Ball from deep three-point territory. And it's off from three-point range. So, G.A., we know that LaMelo Ball is a stellar passer, but what's next in his development?
Well, we've seen him more engaged defensively. That's a big deal. Offensively, he's more of a volume scorer. Can he elevate his efficiency?
For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Bangs home the trifecta. Ball's got 8 points.
No hesitation there from Ball, letting it fly from distance.
Back to Carrington. Loads it up for Davis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
There's not a better target in all of the NBA than Davis for the alley-oop.
Outside, Ball. They set the pick. And another 3 for Minnesota. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. Carrington. He's covered by Ball. Now Carrington. Excellent D there from Ball. Latrey. LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Minnesota Timberwolves. We witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. Back to the action in just a minute. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots.
On the court for Minnesota, they've got Clark. All out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Shannon in at power forward. Carrington with the ball. He's covered by Ball. Loads it up for Davis. And Davis throws it down. Greg, an expression you hear these days in the NBA. Flooding the middle. Walk us through that term.
Well, part of the coaching towards offensive rebounding, when the shot goes up, players on the wing are supposed to dive towards the middle, right? In better position to rebound the miss, but failing that, they're able to transition to pressure defense.
Now Johnson. Following the miss by LaMelo Ball from deep. Johnson against DiVincenzo. There's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. Trey Mann, he's checked in for Carlton Carrington.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Ayton. No scoring in this one. 6 on the shot clock. George with a screen on Ball. Here's Mann. Rebound Minnesota. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pass the Ball. Inside. Timberwolves passing it around. There's the screen. A 3 for DiVincenzo. Here's Zakarsky. A shot off that time. Great tee that time from Davis. Now Mann to the paint. And it's slammed in by Davis.
His ability to dominate games is what makes Anthony Davis a top-tier player.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Timberwolves. Pass to Freeman. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Ball. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ball's got 13 points.
Ball showing a lot of effervescence on the offensive end, and it's probably infectious for the rest of his squad.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. for the Wizards. Trae Young comes in for Trey Mann. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Washington trailing. With this renovation, Capital One Arena GA has grown by 200,000 square feet. It looks great.
Yeah, adding the footprint of the adjoining gallery place has created a lot of new possibilities and new dimensions to the previously closed quarters of this arena.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey, Anthony Edwards has shown tremendous growth as a long-distance shooter. He said, quote, anytime the ball leaves my hand, if I can see the rim, I think it's going in. I've just got so much faith in it. That's how I feel about my Trae ball and really anytime I shoot the ball at all. Back to you.
Oh, yeah, he can knock them down. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. No Zuma with it. Johnson on him. Now, here's Ball. He's got 13, and he gets the bucket.
He'll do that for you, too. Ball can go mid-range if he needs to.
Johnson at the elbow. Pass to Davis. Now to Bonsa. Doesn't get it to drop for him. In low. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by McDaniel. So for the Wizards, Alexander Sarr comes in for Keyshawn George. And it's Coulibaly in for Johnson. Minnesota also with the sub. DiVincenzo's checked in. For Washington, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in the second quarter so far. Young pass to Sarr. Davis against McDaniel. And rejection by McDaniel.
The length of McDaniel, a big factor at both ends.
DiVincenzo with it. Scoreless thus far. McDaniels finds Edwards. 6 to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. McDaniels. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards.
Superb focus from McDaniels, making the D look absolutely helpless.
Clark, watching Anthony Edwards play, is there someone at all he reminds you of?
Look now, you're trying to bait me into something here, but some have said Jordan, and I can see why. He does have that same kind of athleticism, that kind of power. But Ant has pumped the brakes on that talk. Good for him. He understands he's got a long way to go, even if his game at times is slightly reminiscent of the great Michael Jordan.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
Good positioning that time from AD, working the pick and roll beautifully.
Here's McDaniels. Good, nice job down low. McDaniels got the lead up to 6 now for the Timberwolves.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Davis setting the pick for Young. Here's Sarr. Gobert with the block. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
You know, that's about as good a defensive play as you're going to see. Instant reaction to get a hand on the shot. Beautifully done.
And Washington making a change here. Ayton's checked in.
DeAndre Ayton.
And the Wizards with possession. They trail by 6. Here's Young. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Minnesota's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential.
Here's Young. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's McDaniels. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We come back right after this. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
And he's been the driving force for them in the scoring department.
He's attracting a ton of attention out there, but they still have no answer for him.
Wizards trail by 6. In the post, the lengthy pair of Davis and Song. Koulibaly is out there with Young. And it's Debansa in at the small forward position. So that's who Brian Keefe starts the second half with. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Osumu finds Edwards. Here's Ball. And here's Gobert. He has yet to score. Clock is at 3. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night. The Wolves' Rudy Gobert trade back in 2022, Greg, questioned at the time, but would you say it's panned out?
Yeah, they paid a king's ransom to get him, but the Wolves have become a Western Conference powerhouse, and his elite rim protection has been a key factor.
And the foul called on Alex Song. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. And after a season with the new heave rule, where players get a free long-distance attempt at the end of quarters.
Second team.
Do you like that change?
I'm kind of neutral on it, quite honestly. It does add a level of entertainment. But if a rule change will make the game more fun to watch, I don't know if it really does that. So my answer is I could take it or leave it, quite honestly.
That's good from Ball.
You know, with LaMelo, you really have a one-man offense. I mean, there's not much he can't do on this end of the court.
Ball hits them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Pass to Song. No good on the 3. Timberwolves leading by 6. Edwards kicks the ball. Fires the 3. No good. The Wizards have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Count it, and the foul. LaMelo Ball picks one up.
And although he's smaller, Young willing to battle inside and shows you he can score through contact.
In a game with so much size, GA, it's impressive that Young is so effective offensively.
I mean, at 6'1" and 165 pounds, Young relies on top-notch ball handling, that three-point shooting, and an extremely high basketball IQ.
DC family, a big round of applause for your winner, UNC.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks. Anthony Edwards has catapulted the Timberwolves to the most success in franchise history. And said of Minnesota, this is where it started, and they've been rocking with me since the beginning. I love my teammates. It's a brotherhood, and the fans are like family, so I appreciate the love. Back to you.
He has come a long way. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. Minnesota with the ball. After the basket by Washington. Edwards, good.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
Young against Ball. Back to Young. Three-pointer. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
As a leader, you've got to know when your team needs a response. Young gets that, and great three to answer right back.
Ball with the bucket.
And everyone right now is attacking from range.
Comfortable, entertaining dueling from beyond the arc.
Young outside. The shot will not fall. Excellent D there from Ball. McDaniels against Davis. Great D that time from Davis. Wizards trail by 4. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Bounce pass Young. Davis looking for an opening. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from the wing. Oh, Anthony Davis using that length.
Well, Anthony Davis has a nice high-arching jump shot. I love seeing him shoot it from here. Hard for the defense to match up with him.
Left side, Edwards. Ozumu.
2 minutes.
The three ball. The three ball from Anthony Edwards.
Edwards loves those long-range bombs. He's a confident shooter.
Ball against Young. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. 1:37 left in the third. A step back. Edwards with the difficult shot.
And with the way he can rise, Edwards able to get that shot off anytime.
Young against Ball. Pass to Gabanza. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Gabanza's got 6.
He just showed us why they need to respect his shot.
Stolen by Ball. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Edwards careening his way to the rim.
Boy, Edwards doing a nice job excelling in transition. Has a really good understanding of how to field the lane and get where he needs to be.
Back to Young. Puts up a 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Young's got 9 points now in the quarter.
That's a nice play. Getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
Yep, when you're trying to prevent the blow-by, it's hard to be in position to contest the shot, too.
Ozumu. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Pass to Coulibaly. Sarr sets the screen for Coulibaly. The 3 from Davis. The rebound by LaMelo Ball. And now the Timberwolves on the break. The shot by McDaniels, no good. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. Timberwolves lead by 3. They'll be back shortly, live from Washington. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with LaMelo Ball. And it's Shannon in at the power forward position. And the shot goes in.
A lot of different ways to knock down shots, and Ball's form is certainly unorthodox, but it works for him, and he's got a really quick release that allows him to get it off.
Here's Carrington. Here's Johnson. Yep, that one goes. Timberwolves leading by 3. Back to Ball. Over Carrington. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got 9 points here in the second half.
Boy, Ball plays with so much confidence. You know this guy believes in what he can do, including finding ways to score it inside.
Now, here's George. Here's Hayton. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Clark right side. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
3 seconds.
Deep 2 from Ball. You've got to love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Superb anticipation on that rejection, and that'll allow them to stay on the lead if they keep defending like that.
Trae Young, he's checked in for Carlton Carrington. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Edwards has come in for Clark. Young looking it over. Hayton a screen on DiVincenzo. From T. Johnson, the Wizards with another miss. Timberwolves leading by 5. Here's Shannon. And he converts the layup.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Wizards. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Nice job capitalizing down there. Young good at probing inside and finding some space.
Young against Ball. Over Young. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Johnson against DiVincenzo. George sets a screen for Johnson. DiVincenzo with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Shoots the 3. The shot, no good. Wizards trail by 7. Here's Young. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. And that's now 20 points for Trae Young. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately.
Wizards dancer.
He's checked in for 8. Dabonsa comes in for George. And it's Coulibaly in for Johnson. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He told his guys, quote, "Do not get complacent. No coasting to the finish line here. Stay on the gas, keep the energy up, and close it out. Coach doesn't just want them to hang on to this lead. He wants them to extend it."
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Now here's McDaniel. Outside ball. Edwards. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. Wizards trail by 5. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Aggressive approach. He was up for the moment.
And what a smart play, too. I mean, make your way into the paint and then finish strong.
Now, here's ball. Oh, the dunk!
Gobert calling for the ball in moments like these. Big-time games under his belt.
First team foul. At the line for the Timberwolves, Rudy Gobert, shooting 1.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good.
Look, we all know Rudy Gobert is a force on defense, but you can't afford to ever ignore this guy. I mean, he's got the physical gifts to make problems anywhere on the floor.
Young, outside Davis.
The bounce up wants it.
Timberwolves leading by 3. Ball feeling it out a bit. Davis pulls it down.
Decent look from mid-range for sure, but that's not really his shot.
Young. Shaw with a screen on ball. Now Koulibaly. Now Nabansa. 5 on the clock. What a finish!
Running pick and roll. You see the bounces point forward attribute.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. They lead by 1. Spin move. Outside ball. He drills the 3.
Ball delivering big time, and that's real leadership right there.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
Edwards, and he misses the J. Washington has gone 5-9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Young to tie it up, and he got it. Nice execution on the layup.
And you gotta love a guy with so much belief in himself.
And that could be a pivotal play.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Edwards. Davis pulls it down. And a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Young again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
I do not know if there's a more confident family in the NBA. Ball wants the ball when it matters most.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
They have some time to work with, but they have to come away with something.
Plenty of options. Obviously, you'd like to get the ball to your best scorer if the defense will allow it.
ball against Young. The 11-footer. Gobert there for the rebound. And they commit an intentional foul. See another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
And Minnesota has possession. A 2-point game. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Third team foul. Shooting for Minnesota. Two shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Young fires. Gobert there for the rebound.
That shot is well within his wheelhouse. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Hey, you can't make them all, especially from that deep.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Rudy Gobert taking 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good, and both at the line. It's a 6-point ball game.
Making all of those, putting this game in the refrigerator.
And it's out of bounds. As touched by Gobert. Young! And so the Timberwolves take the win. A truly easy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance lane, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that'll do it, folks. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, LaMelo Ball.